At the end of World War II, Germany had captured and interned some 93,000 U.S. and 170,000 British military personnel. In virtually all of these cases, German interrogators spent efforts in trying to extract information which would be valuable to them in their war effort. The intent of this video is to review the interrogation process, tips on extraction of information, and the differences German interrogators observed between British and U.S. POWs. This page from a 1945 War Department Intelligence Service document titled American Prisoners of War in Germany provides a glimpse into the life of a POW. Germany held 92,965 U.S. POWs, of which 32,730, or 35%, were Air Force personnel. Up until D-Day, 62% of POWs were Air Force personnel, based on these stats. This page lists expectations of captured Allied personnel when under Axis interrogation from a 1943 military intelligence document on tactical and technical trends. Surprise is an important factor in conducting a war. We must keep information out of the enemy's hands. A breach in security by divulging information is not only an offense of military code, but a crime against fellow soldiers and countrymen. Interrogators will try to extract information from Allied POWs. All soldiers are to be instructed on their expected conduct if captured. Personnel are instructed to give the enemy interrogators your name, rank, and serial number, nothing else. The channel received many comments on these videos regarding the valuable information German POWs provided to Allied interrogators, information on their weapons, tactics, and in some cases advice to Allied bomber crews engaging with German fighters. Interrogations can be successful. Generally, Allied personnel did not face physical violence during German interrogations. There were instances of interrogators striking stubborn POWs. This may have occurred during an intense interrogation. An interrogator may slap a POW, but physical violence was not implemented as a policy. However, there was no limit to the type of psychological treatment that could be applied. On arrival, POWs were stripped, searched, and placed in solitary confinement for around 4 to 5 days, or placed in the cooler for up to 30 days if the GI has been uncooperative. Threats of violence were used during the interrogation, calling the airmen child killers. They may be threatened with an indefinite solitary confinement unless they talked. Both the USAAF and RAF bombed German urban areas. This pie chart from a 1945 Air Intelligence report outlines a distribution of tonnage of bombs dropped by target type by the RAF and USAAF fleets. The USAAF dropped 47,615 tons of bombs over German cities, while the RAF dropped a whopping 482,437 tons. U.S. bomber crewmen can't honestly say, "Hey man, we only bomb military-industrial targets." Airmen were labeled as spies and threatened with death unless they divulged technical information only an airman would know, like radar or formation tactics. That's a sneaky way to get them to divulge information. At the war's start, the interrogators locked POWs in hot cells or participated in mock executions to get airmen to talk. The Germans, through experience, discovered that intimidation techniques were not quite as effective as a more friendly approach to get POWs to talk. Interrogation tactics differences between British and U.S. POWs are listed on this translated page from a captured German document outlined in this October 1944 Air Intelligence Weekly Summary document. The following conclusions can be drawn based on experiences. Interrogation of both British and U.S. POWs have been very successful. Information provided by the British has been highly reliable. They seem to fall in two categories. Either they don't answer the question or they answer the question to their best ability. U.S. POWs, on the other hand, are extremely inclined to exaggerate. Their provided intel is less valuable than intel from British soldiers. To be successful, the interrogator must engage the POW in conversation. British and U.S. soldiers have been trained to provide only their name, rank, and serial number. Tactics and tips to get the POW to interact include speedy and pointed questions, casual conversation on topics of family, profession, sports, weapons, relay information on Allied weapons, provide known true intelligence of their unit, blackmail them if they were captured with intelligence, offer cigarettes and drinks, or offer to relay his POW status to his family. The POW must feel he is not taking part of an interrogation to extract information. The interrogator must not take notes or the interrogation be seen by other POWs. British and U.S. POW intelligence gathering success is more likely if the interrogation is conducted with a sympathetic but clear and methodical approach. The interrogation officer needs to convince the POW he already knows the information he is seeking. This tactic will more likely get the POW to talk. Don't ask leading questions. The responses will be vague or incorrect. A list of general interrogation questions, mainly to British POWs, are listed on this page. Interesting questions include: is chemical warfare a discussion topic in the UK? What is the opinion of US bases in England? Where are these US bases in England located? How do US soldiers conduct themselves in England? What is the morale of the English worker? How do Free French, Norwegians, Dutch, Belgians, Poles conduct themselves? What is the effect of shipping losses from the U-boat campaign? If you found this review of German interrogation techniques video informative, please consider liking, commenting, and/or subscribing to World War II U.S. Bombers.